Welcome, Hawaii, to Channel 1 Action News. With Keani Dona. Good evening. I am Orlando O.J. Donna, a student at the University of Hawaii at Manoa. As part of my coursework towards a post-baccalaureate certificate in secondary education, I have constructed this short video to talk about special education, and along with Mr. Neil Bauer, a teacher at James Castle High School in Kaneohe, will describe one of the most common higher incidence disabilities that plagues over 5.4 million students in America: attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, or ADHD. In the style of Brian Kajiyama, please join me as we listen alternatively to some important statistics on ADHD. Hear some experiences from Mr. Bowers, and listen to some good music. It is my hope that this video will allow you to appreciate some of the challenges associated with ADHD. Thank you. Hello.
Hi.
Today I'm with teacher Neil Bauer of the Aloha Academy at James Castle High School in Kaneohe, Hawaii. So tell me, Neil, how long have you been teaching?
This is my third year starting right now.
And do you like being a teacher? Tell me about the experience.
Absolutely. Every day I wake up, I have no problem coming to work. It gets stressful at times, but I mean, there's no better job, no better joy that you feel than being a teacher.
Outstanding, thank you. So tell me, have you had many students with ADHD? Can you characterize how many over the past number of years you've been teaching?
In my first 2 years, I've had at least 2 per year. One of them required an actual educational assistant to sit in with him. The others were able to handle in class on my own.
So tell me, are the symptoms of ADHD when they come into the classroom are the symptoms pretty visible? Do you see that? I mean, they're classified as such, students with the disability, but how easily recognizable is it?
I wouldn't say I'd recognize it right off the bat. I think I would have to see the child a couple times and notice that they're kind of a little more disruptive or a little more active and need to walk around a little more, like to get up, and then then we start getting our behavior support plans from the teachers, from the people that already know that they are classified with ADHD. And usually when they're already classified, the parents have them on a medication plan to keep it under control. So very rarely do you actually deal with the full effects of it. I mean, only when a kid forgets the medication, or if they reach a point in their mind where they can't take it anymore.
Okay, this is a really important question. there are some skills that you need to see in your students as a math teacher, specifically math type skills in the classroom, that ADHD kind of tends to defeat in a way. Can you categorize some of the things that you've seen that that math kids need and ADHD specifically kind of defeats?
I think when you talk about math, it does require a lot of sitting down and coming up with solutions to the problem on their own. And for a lot of kids, if it's a struggling problem, they can't sit there and do it on their own if they have ADHD. So a lot of times, especially a lot of the newer teachers coming in the math sense, we're putting a lot more group work together. So when you have big critical thinking questions or word problems, you put them in groups so that they can all have a role, be active, and it's not just so much on your own sitting there getting hyperactive, sitting in your seat. You're with a group. It's okay to be noisy, talking with your group as long as you're being productive. But if you put them in a test scenario where they can't talk to anybody else and they are struggling with the problem, you will get the type that like start saying something out loud so everybody can hear them for attention, or just because they can't handle, or get up and walk around. Just certain things like that where they need to be still and sitting and quiet, and sometimes because of the ADHD, they're not able to do that.